Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a video giving my thoughts on the episode names for The Walking Dead Season 5, Episodes 7, and the mid-season finale, Episode 8. Alright, good stuff. So I'll put the link in the description to the wiki page for The Walking Dead Season 5. You can check it out, and what you'll notice, and this is actually something too, I almost didn't make this video because the name of the mid-season finale was set, it was released online, and then it was taken down. So it's a weird one. From what it says right now is that Episode 7, which is the lead up to the mid-season finale, is called Crossed. Okay? It's going to be directed by Billy Gearhart, and it was written by Seth Hoffman. That's air date. The air date is November 23rd. Then the mid-season finale will be November 30th, so just before the start of December, of course, for our Xmas month and everything with the break. And then, of course, it'll come back in February 8th, with Greg Nicotero and Scott Gimple directing the return episode. So Episode 7 called Crossed, Episode 8, the mid-season finale, which is really the big one that I wanted to give my thoughts on. The title was posted as Fear the Hunters. Okay, that has now been taken down, so I don't know if they're changing the title, if whoever released that or wherever that came from, I'm not sure. I've tried to track it down on the internet and Google and everything, and I can't figure out where the source of that information was. But I believe it was the same source of information that also named Crossed as Episode 7. So who knows? I mean, what can we determine in terms of that based on the names Crossed and Fear the Hunters for the mid-season finale? Well, if the title Fear the Hunters is true, if that is the true title and it doesn't get changed, or it wasn't kind of a rumor where it's not true, then I would assume, or I would think, that means we're going to see the Hunters up until the mid-season break, and then the Hunter storyline will probably finish at that point, and then we'll see the second half, which is, I'm assuming, them being on the road and them eventually getting to the Alexandria safe zone. So that sounds like quite a bit, considering we're in Episode 2 and already it looks like Bob's days may be numbered. The group has found the church, so it's really hard to say in terms of how long are they going to stay at the church, are they going to leave, are they going to run, what's going to happen now, or are they going to finish and kill the Hunters? Because if you think of it, Rick did want to go back and finish everyone at Terminus. He didn't want to leave until they were all dead. It wasn't until he saw Judith that he changed his tune and he decided, all right, let's just go. Because, of course, he wants to survive and everything like that. But because he has Judith, too, he has to protect the baby. And it seemed to me that, he probably figured if they get out of there, they just get as far away from Terminus as possible, that they'll have enough of a head start that the Hunters, or the Termites, whatever you want to call them at this point, either one is correct, I would say, would not be able to catch up to them, or he wouldn't imagine they would want to go after him. He would think that they'd be trying to repair Terminus and fix up Terminus, and then, go from there. So, of course, that wasn't the situation. They were able to track the group down since they're such good trackers, and it seems that Rick's group, of course, did not have a vehicle, to get out. I don't believe. I think they were on foot from what we saw. So, after that, I mean, they were able to catch up, and it looks like we're going to see some kind of back and forth throughout the rest of the first half. So I'm fine with that. In the trade paperback, the storyline of Fear the Hunters was only 6 issues of the comic book, and the comic book's at like 100 and what is it, like 30 or something issues now. So when you consider that, you realize how short the storyline was of the Hunters in the comic book series originally. But I like this better, where in the TV series they expand on the story and they give us more time with each character, because I do think that the Hunters are some of the most fearsome characters that Rick's group ever encounters. Yes, there are some really scary ones that are going to come up later, and some different really intimidating other groups they're going to face. But the Hunters are the only one that are cannibals from what we've seen. and would do what they do, at least so far. So they're very scary, and I like the idea of them getting at least a half season, because if you consider they got A, which was the finale. We met them in the finale of season 4, and now they've had a couple episodes here. So getting all the way up to episode 8 with Fear of the Hunters being the final showdown, so to speak, I think it makes sense. You've also got Daryl and Carol trying to go after Beth there, so that makes sense as well too. So it sounds good. I mean, if that is the title, if that ends up being the actual confirmed title, and that confirms for us that Fear of the Hunters will be, or the Hunters storyline will end at that episode, and we'll get up till there. That's quite a bit of time for them compared to the counterpart in the comic book series. So I'm really happy with that. I'm happy with how they've handled the Hunters so far. I like the whole Terminus idea because that never existed in the comic books. It's hard to think about how the Hunters could exist without Terminus, but because we've seen it now. But that's how it went originally. Originally, we met them pretty much with what happened to Bob in the comic book series with a different character. So the cross title, I can't read much into it. What does it mean, crossed? Is someone, crossing, like is someone backstabbing them, or is somebody, doing something like that? I don't know. It's hard to say. And also there's a line of Gareth talking about them going to Washington, D.C. and curing this thing. And we haven't seen that yet. So what does that have to do with it? I don't know. It's really interesting, and it's hard to say. So I couldn't imagine him joining sides with Rick after everything that's gone down, and what they've done to Bob now. If he finds out, if Rick's group, the survivors, if they find out what they've done to Bob, even beforehand, there's no way they would ever. I don't see them joining sides with Gareth no matter what. So Gareth maybe has captured somebody else in that scene from the trailer. You can watch the trailer again if you want to know which one I'm talking about. And maybe he's trying to convince like a couple characters from Rick's group that he's captured or something like that into just leaving and just ditching everybody. So all the rest of the survivors group and everything. So yeah, good stuff. In terms of what I can predict based on those titles, that's about it. So let me know what you guys think about episode 7 being called Crossed, and the mid-season finale being called Fear of the Hunters. Also, to bring up, the mid-season finale is going to be directed by Ernest Dickerson. He is probably the best director for The Walking Dead. He's also done a lot of other stuff. I think he was on a lot. He's been on tons of different shows he's done episodes for. But he's really, really good. And he directed Too Far Gone. He directed the season 3 finale. He's directed a lot of the big episodes from the Walking Dead. So I'm really excited for the mid-season finale. Really excited to see the final showdown between Gareth's group, of course, the Hunters, and Rick's group, the Survivors. And really happy they're getting half a season if that is how this goes down and that title is legit, which I think it is. I think that makes sense. Half a season with the finale, that'll be a total of 9 episodes concentrating on the Hunters. That's quite a bit, and I do find them to be very, very exciting, very scary. Let me know what you guys think about that. Are you happy that we're probably going to get about a half season or a little bit more than a half season of the Hunters, or do you think they should have gone through the storyline quicker, maybe in a couple episodes or something? I'm happy they went at least a half season because they're a great, really great group of villains. Really scary, everything you want from a villain. Scary, intimidating, deranged, The only thing is maybe they're not that relatable, which I think they're trying to get them to feel that way in the TV series, even though that's pretty hard to relate to someone who's a cannibal. It's pretty tough. Yeah. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about all that. Write your comments below in the comment section. Let's discuss the Hunters getting a half season. And if you like this video, please do me a favor. As always, you guys know what to do. Thumb it up below. And if you want to help support the channel, please share it. Please favorite it. If you're new, you want to get these videos daily in your subscriber feed. It's really easy. All you have to do is click subscribe. And yeah, that's it for this video, guys. I'll see you tomorrow for the next one. As always, it's Trev, saying peace.